The bill that I'm presenting this morning is not a new concept to many who have served on this committee in the past. It's an environmental audit bill. I intend to make some changes that hopefully will make it more palatable to some of the critics of the bill in the past and take away some of the concerns that have been presented. I would just like to go through some of the highlights, at least as I've highlighted it in the bill, so that everyone kind of has an understanding or reminder of what the bill contains. And let me preface this by saying it's not a new concept. As some of you know, I was with a large chemical company for many years, and one of the things that they were trying to get across is this idea of environmental audit privilege, as was called at that time. And I was involved in an effort to try and get the legislature at that time to pass it in Missouri. This concept has been passed in any number of states across this nation and implemented successfully and had good results with it. We've not done that in Missouri for any number of reasons. So I'm trying to bring this forward again, and my motivation in this is, honestly, there's nothing in it for me, but except for the satisfaction of knowing that we're providing a tool for those medium and small companies to be able to go in and encourage them to do audits to better protect not only their employees, but their surrounding neighbors, the environment in which they live. And one of the things that has occurred to me, and I don't think it's really it's not a really good example, but all of you are familiar with this issue with the salmonella and the peanut thing. And I'm not by any way excusing what happened there. I think it was a gross negligence, even and maybe intentional negligence on the part of the folks that put that salmonella-laden peanut butter out. But it has occurred to me, had something that been in place, and had they been a company with a high degree of integrity, they may have gone in and tested and found that and wanted to report it, but had some reluctance to report it with the potential of a lawsuit that might come upon them. So what this bill will do is if a company, and primarily a small or medium-sized company, wants to go in and do an audit of their process, and they indeed do find that there is an issue that they would like to deal with, it might be something that's really nothing that has come forward before. But they found this problem, and they would like to deal with it. They can report it to the proper authorities. In this case, it would be our Department of Natural Resources, and they would negotiate as to how they were going to correct the problem, and they would, in a sense, be held harmless by the state. It wouldn't prevent them from being sued, either by employees or neighbors or other civilian, if you will, folks who may have been impacted by this, by the issue. But the whole motivation, again, is to try and encourage these small to medium-sized companies to go in and do these audits. I can tell you from my own experience, having worked for a very large company in the past, that they do this on a regular basis. I've been involved in any number of self-audits, primarily where a company would go in, my company, would go out in their process and take air samples of the process. They would have those air samples analyzed and then present the results to the employees and let them know what they found. And in the event that there was a problem, which very frankly there weren't, but had there been a problem, they would have been required to report that to the proper authorities, either the Department of Natural Resources or possibly even the EPA. But they do present, in my case, they presented the information to the employees and told them what the parameters of the testing was and any potential effects that it might have on the employees.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Trent Summers. I am the Director of Environmental and Regulatory Affairs for the Missouri Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We are here this morning in support of House Bill 109. We believe it will encourage further environmental compliance in Missouri companies. Representative has done an excellent job of going through the technical aspects of the bill. I will just add that since EPA issued its own environmental audit policy in 1995, 26 states have enacted similar provisions encouraging environmental audits within their states. We believe this is a prudent mechanism that will encourage companies to develop compliance or environmental management systems to more thoroughly review their systems and uncover things that might go undetected otherwise and provide them protection for doing so from the regulatory aspect.